How to understand girls. Some things girls wish guys knew. Here are secrets to understand a girl or woman. Let's get started. Sometimes it's challenging to comprehend the other gender almost as if each gender were a different country, speaking a different language. This is due to the fact that in our culture, boys and girls are raised differently from infancy. The next time you're perplexed by a lady, watch this video first so you may understand and respond appropriately rather than raising your hands and exclaiming, "Ah, women." 1. Recognize the reasons why girls may behave differently. A guy might write off a woman's actions as wild or illogical if he is perplexed by them. But everyone has a purpose for doing what they do. You simply have to look closer to see the reasoning behind the variations. Many of these behavioral variations among women can be attributed to a process known as socialization. A person's personality, ideas, attitudes, and worldview are all influenced by their socialization, which includes both positive and negative impacts from the outside world and other individuals. Following are some instances of socialization: girl toys and boy toys concepts. Although some individuals have begun to challenge this notion in recent years, it is still widely accepted that toys like dolls and kitchen sets are for females, and toys like trucks and toy weapons are for guys. The idea that women are inferior. Usually, this is implied rather than overt. Consider this. Describing a female as boyish or a tomboy is okay, yet calling a boy girly is derogatory. The term chick films is mocked. Even many females who think themselves superior for enjoying sports or novels view stereotypically female interests like shopping and obtaining beauty treatments as superficial or foolish. The beauty norms of a culture. In the majority of Western countries, television and magazines portray the ideal woman as slender but voluptuous, with flawless skin and gorgeous hair. Girls are given an unattainable standard to aim for as a result. To comprehend her, you should take into account her feelings, needs, experiences, and worries. To recognize that just like boys, ladies are conditioned to hide their emotions, albeit in different ways. A good girl is submissive, respectful, and silent. Girls may therefore think it is inconvenient for others if they show less than happy emotions or voice their anger at anything you did. Girls might feel uncomfortable expressing their displeasure or even standing up for themselves. Some of them consequently wind up repressing a lot. 3. Keep in mind that every lady is unique. You may get a broad picture of what women are like from this article, but it undoubtedly cannot speak for all women. Work from these stages as a starting point. 4. Recognizing her actions. Girls who mask their negative emotions may find it more challenging to have meaningful conversations. Several ways to figure out a girl's feelings if she does this. 1. If she is upset about anything, she could come out as distant. She might speak less, move away from you physically, or turn her attention elsewhere. She can appear uninterested, frazzled, or depressed. Asking what's wrong could be effective, but it might also elicit an unreliable "I don't know" or a false nothing. This frequently indicates a woman's fear of speaking out for herself. You can either respond, "I'm willing to listen if you'd want to talk about it," or you can ask more specific inquiries, like, "Have I done something to upset you?" 2. When they aren't, she might act as though everything is fine. Some women are quite hesitant to voice their demands or desires because they believe they shouldn't. Obviously, this is unhealthy. If you gently inquire once or twice about whether something is wrong, she will act differently and likely start to cry or speak, despite how much they would need support or comfort. Many girls choose not to exhibit their struggles. 3. When they aren't, she might act as though everything is fine. Some women are quite hesitant to voice their demands or desires because they believe they shouldn't. Obviously, this is unhealthy. If you gently inquire once or twice about whether something is wrong, she will act differently and likely start to cry or speak, despite how much they would need support or comfort. Many girls choose not to exhibit their struggles. 4. If you say something that bothers her, she can start to be quiet. Some girls can withdraw because they don't feel confident speaking up when they disagree. This is particularly likely if you say anything impolite or inappropriate, or if you disparage something or someone important to her. Before you presume that it is your fault, find out what is wrong. She may have been reminded of the bully because, for instance, you mentioned someone who was being a complete jerk. You might not be to blame for her misery. 5. If she feels insecure, she can try to get someone's love or attention. She might look for attention from a person she trusts if she feels upset, lonely, hurt, or in any other way miserable, you now have the chance to console her, be forthright, and reschedule if it's a problematic time, or provide an alternative by providing her with a fresh connection opportunity. You might convince her that your refusal to engage with her is simply a result of the wrong moment. 6. Realize that trust is demonstrated by openness. She'll open up to you more and divulge her interests, thoughts, ideas, and even secrets if she feels secure around you. 1. Recognize flirtatious cues. When they try to develop a closer bond with you or get your attention, they often flirt. Keep an eye on her nonverbal cues. Typical indicators that she likes you include playing with her hair, justifications for touching you, trying to grab your interest, tilting towards your direction and facing you, a smile at you, keeping close eye contact with you, or focusing on you a lot. When you pay attention to her, she appears happy. 2. Observe the cues that she wants to kiss you. Girls might not explicitly request a kiss, but instead hint at it in the hopes that you'll figure it out. She can have a bashful or awkward demeanor or adopt a more forceful stance. A girl may indicate her desire for a kiss by bringing her face up against yours, a smile at you, lip biting or lip licking, maintaining gaze or trying to, but acting shy, your face being touched, looking ecstatic as you begin to encircle me for a kiss. 3. Be aware that she might discuss the things she secretly desires. Girls may talk about something they desire in the hopes that you'll notice and fulfill it for them because they might be reluctant to ask for it directly. She might like a romantic gesture from you if she waxes lyrical over one that her friend's partner made for her. Picnics are so romantic, for instance, may be interpreted as "I'd love to go on a picnic with you sometime, especially if you surprised me." 4. Remember that being overly polite can be a sign of insecurity. She sometimes goes above and beyond for you out of fear of losing you and a desire to win your favor. It might be worthwhile to inquire about her concerns if she is hesitantly doing something pleasant for you and to reassure her that she won't be leaving. Thoughtful gestures don't necessarily indicate that she is concerned about something, so don't jump to conclusions. They may also indicate that she finds you to be highly attractive, is in a great mood, or believes you make her happy and wants to make you happy as well. 5. If you're stumped, find out what she's thinking. Whether you do it casually or in a flirting manner, asking for clarification is okay. Are you making out with me? Do I see you teasing me with a kiss? What's on your mind right now? You come out as a little anxious. Is there a problem? 4. Learning about her as a person. Every girl is different. You can comprehend her more fully if you spend time with her and get to know her distinct personality and quirks. 1. Learn her coping mechanisms in various scenarios. Don't anticipate her to consistently adhere to the aforementioned trends because every girl is unique. You'll come to understand her distinct response style as you spend more time with her. Body language can be influenced by personality, experiences, cultural background, and disorders like autism. 2. Spend some time paying close attention to her. Listening is more than just hearing what she has to say. Don't look away. Make sure you grasp what she is saying and pay attention not on what you are going to say. To encourage her to process her emotions, try validating them. If she is stressed, it may also make her feel better. 3. When she's agitated, pay attention to her demeanor and coping skills. Everyone responds differently under trying circumstances. She may go for a walk, engage in boxing with a punching bag, speak with her older sister, or exhibit extraordinary sweetness. When you notice she's struggling, pay attention to what she does to handle it. This can assist you pick up on issues even while she's pretending to. Keep in mind that she may find comfort in a certain coping technique, so you can offer support. For instance, perhaps you've seen that your wife enjoys playing with the dog to unwind. You might subtly suggest that the dog might benefit from a stroll when you notice her stressed out at a family event. She now has the chance to relax if she so chooses. 4. If you don't understand, ask questions. Not being able to read her thinking is not necessary. Take her away if something appears amiss and inquire as to what is bothering her. She will probably express her thoughts if you pay close attention and give her the time she needs to speak. Reaffirm her sentiments. Being objective is essential. Prior to attempting to collaborate to solve the issue, try to comprehend. Do not defend yourself if you offended her. Be strong, take a big breath, and pay attention. Express regret for hurting her. You can justify your actions, but don't try to make them acceptable. 5. Learn what makes her glow so. She will grin more and talk more when you bring up the issue, and she appears to be comfortable talking about it. Punk rock or computer programming are also possibilities. If you have a romantic inclination for her, consider doing some research. Ask her to teach you anything, or research it on your own. Check to see if her topics of choice are similar to your own. This might be a fantastic method to communicate.